Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Adventure 4904. Back after a few days of break. Been busy with my own work, so I haven't had a chance to really fly on the sim lately. But I'm back, and today we are going to well, in this case, I'm going to revisit the previous flight because I had some audio issues in the last flight. So we are going to we're still doing the Caribbean tour in Skypark and BushTalk radio. So we are in the Beechcraft Baron today, flying from Jamaica to the Dominican Republic. So this is our flight plan for today. We are using Little NavMap for our navigation, and we ended up in the Manley International Airport in Jamaica, Kingston. Mike Kilo Juliet Papa. That was about a week ago. So we had a good rest in Jamaica, had fun. We are flying off to, when I say we, I mean I'll be flying alone today, ferrying the Beechcraft Baron to the Dominican Republic. This is going to be our flight path. 100 nautical miles off to the Navassa island. We're going to fly over that island because there's an interesting BushTalk radio POI there, or point of interest. Then we'll be proceeding straight to Jeremie, which is on the east of Haiti. We'll be turning right to 103 magnetic on for another 107 nautical miles to Port-au-Prince, and we'll be flying north easterly to the Jabon and end up in Gregorio Lupero airport in Dominican Republic. Yep, it's a Mike Delta Papa. So we will be using we'll try and use VOR as much as possible, but since I've got the Baron has a glass cockpit, so we'll probably be putting this flight plan into that aircraft, and it'll take us where we need to go. Okay, so if you guys are ready, I'm going to save this flight plan from Little NavMap and then put it into the sim itself. Go to File, Save Flight Plan for MSFS 2020, or in this case export. I think I will probably have this already somewhere here, but I'm going to save it anyway. VFR Norman Manley to Gregorio Lupero International Airport. Let's click on Save. Yeah, it tells me that it already is there. Let's just replace that. And the total flight time today is going to be, let's have a look. 395 nautical miles is going to be about 3 hours 48 minutes. Depends. I think that this is based on the Cessna aircraft flying at 90 nautical miles per hour. So in we are using the Baron, so we have a twin engine aircraft, so it'll be much faster, hopefully. Let's see. Alright, I think the sim can tell us how long it will take. Let's jump into the sim. Just put this over on this side, and let's get going. So I've chosen the Baron, twin engine aircraft. Specification for this is cruise speed 176 nautical miles. We have 2-piston engine, altitude go up to 20,000 feet, max weight 5,500 pounds, range is 1,418 nautical miles, wingspan and length and all that. So we're going to stick to kind of low altitude today, about 5,000 feet. I need to admire all the sceneries and all that stuff. I'm not going to go any higher than the 5,000 feet. Let's have a look. Okay, let's jump into the aircraft and let's get this flight plan sorted out. So if you guys are aware that they just updated the sim, I think there's a sim update 4 which I just updated yesterday. So far I've not flown with the new sim, so let's find out today what's in store for us. So I'm gonna click on before that, let me just jump into my controls and make sure I have to set the right controls for my Bravo. It's a twin engine aircraft, so I'm gonna go to my Bravo quadrant, twin engine plus autopilot. Okay, that's correct. I should be able to use my throttles here. And then the other one, I need to make sure that my rudders are also correct, because every time you get a sim update, the rudders go a bit off. They go haywire a bit. This one is a bit too sensitive. Let me check the sensitivity. Looks okay. Kind of sensitive, but it looks okay. Okay, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna go with that. So let's go back and let's fill up the flight plan for this, or you can load it up. Okay, I'm gonna load up the flight plan. Load, and it's gonna be under here. There you go, Norman Manley. Okay, so that's our flight plan. So total flight time is going to be, as it say here, 2 hours 15 minutes. Not bad. Yep. All right, for runway, I'm not going to choose the runway itself. I'm going to choose perhaps one of these parking gates. I'm going to go ramp parking 6, GA small. Okay. We're going to go, let's try. Now let's stick to GPS, otherwise this whole thing will be changed again. I'm gonna stick to this one. Not gonna fly it at night. Let's make it somewhere in the morning. Let's say 10 o'clock in the morning will be nice. Let's stick to live weather. It's a bit gloomy now over there, but we'll see how it goes. If it's too gloomy, we'll change it back to a preset or something. I'm not going to set up a runway for MTPP, Gregorio. They will get the ATC to decide that for us upon arrival. Again, it keeps on changing. 10 o'clock in the morning. So we're flying from Norman Manley, Kingston, Jamaica to Puerto Plata, which is in Dominican Republic. Mike Delta Papa Papa. Okay, let's go. Weather looks a bit gloomy. So let's jump into the aircraft. So I've got my Skypark here enabled, but the thing is, it's not going to resume because I'm actually going back one leg back, because I wasn't happy with the flight the other day, so I'm restarting the flight again. But we should end up in the right airport after this. So this is actually a long leg of flights that we are doing in Jamaica, running around the Caribbean countries. We started in Miami a couple of weeks back, Fort Lauderdale, and we're flying all the way to Tango November Charlie Bravo. Excuse me. Okay, so this is where we're gonna visit all the stuff. If I were to look at the map here, you can see we're actually doing these routes here. Yeah, all the way down to, this is going to be TC and TNCB is familiar. I know what it is, but I can't recall at the moment. Okay, so we're going back to MKJP and we're flying from there to MTPP. Cool. I'm gonna put this aside and let's wait for the sim to load. Okay, here we are. Mike Kilo Juliet Papa, and our aircraft is ready to be boarded. The beautiful Baron with the Skypark Travel logo. Okay, let's jump into that. Let's go, ready to fly. Here we are. Yep, ATC saying that we have to switch on the electrical system. I know about that, thank you very much. Right, let's try, because my Bravo, the lights are not on. Let's try switching on the batteries and see what happens. Yep, they're on. Awesome. Okay, the batteries are on. Have a look outside. Everything is clear except for Gary here. I need Gary to push me to the back a bit. So we are taking off from which runway are we taking off from today? Let's consult the. So the wind is coming from 306. So we have a choice of runway 30, right? If by right, we should actually take off from runway 30. But let's see what the ATC says. They always give us some wrong direction anyway. Okay, because we need a headwind for takeoff. So let's put this aside. And that's ask ATC. Let's switch on to ATIS.
Manley Airport information, India 1400 Zulu. Wind 307 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition.
Few clouds.
At 1,100 feet. A few clouds at 4,200 feet. A few clouds at 12,400 feet. Temperature 27. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29 decimal 9 4. ILS runway 12 in use. Landing is departing runway 12. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back to hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have India.
Okay, we have India, and again they're giving us a wrong runway. Preferably we should have taken off from runway 30 because of the headwind. Wind is coming from 307, but let's not go against the ATC. We'll use runway 12 for takeoff. Okay, so I'm going to release the brakes and get Gary here to give me a pushback. Which way is runway? Why is this guy backing into me? Alright, let's push back to the right here. So I think the runway is over there. Okay, so let's ask for pushback here. Ground services request pushback.
Manley Ground Adventure 494 requesting pushback. Adventure 494 pushback request accepted.
Nice, they mentioned the whole name. And we're pushing ourselves to the right of Gary.
Manley Ground Adventure 494 requesting pushback. Cut to steer the aircraft to the right. Adventure 494, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Nice. Okay, let's stop pushback.
Manley Ground Adventure 494 requesting the end of pushback. Adventure 494 request to end pushback received.
Cool. Let's jump in. Parking brake goes on again. And let's start preparing the aircraft for departure. Fuel tanks on. Okay, that should give us the fuel tanks to be on. Check our levers. Everything okay. And let's start the engine. Gary is gone. This is safe. Okay, by this time we should actually ask permission for engine startup, but I don't think so this scene has any of such thing. Let's start the engine first. Alright, so batteries are on. Let's switch on our beacon to let everyone know that we are about to start the engine. Beacon is on. Mixture to full, prop to full. Engine is on. Cool. Switch on our alternator, avionics. Transponder to standby, that's correct. Right. Okay, our map has been loaded. Yep. Okay, cool. Check on the engine. Everything is in green. RPM, fuel is... Oh, hang on. Why is our fuel quite low? Let's have a look. I thought I filled it up to the brim. Yep, it is 90%. I don't know. Is it showing that it's going to be, is it full that way and empty that way? I don't know. Let's have a look later. Okay, we got the nav lights on, strobe lights on. Let's switch on our taxi lights and request for let's request for taxi. We are departing to the east.
Manley ground Adventure 494 within your request taxi to the active east departure. Adventure 494 taxi to and hold short of runway 12 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.65 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 12 via taxiway Alpha Adventure 494.
Cool, so the taxiway is that way. Let's go. Brakes released. Feet on the rudder pedals. Let's increase. I've flown the Baron before and I like it. I didn't quite like the other one. What was the other one? I can't remember. The last flight that I took, I was having some problem with the fuel system. Couldn't transfer the fuel over. It might be just me. Not all the aircraft in the sim is working well. Some of the functions are not working well, but I'm sure they are working on it as we go along. Needs to be slowed down a bit. Cockpit camera as well. Let's contact the tower, saying that we're on our way to the holding point. It's a nice airport here. It's nice when we're landing on the way in. So while we are texting, let's set up the autopilot altitude to take us to 5,000 feet for this flight. 5,000 feet, that is. Takeoff heading will be 2100. Let's take this taxiway here. We won't be needing a lot of runway for this one. We should hold short here. Okay, parking brakes on. Let's call in for request takeoff clearance from Manley Airport.
Manley Tower, Adventure 494 ready at runway 12 departure to the east. Adventure 494 altimeter 29.9 forward 307 at 8. Departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 12.
Reach that.
Takeoff runway 12 Adventure 494.
Alright, let's go. Brakes are off. Let's do a lineup. Props full, mixture is full. Landing lights on, taxi line off. Let's change our transponder to full shot there, transponder to altimeter, and we're done. Right, it's good. Pitot heat on. Landing lights are on. Everything looks good. Full power. Leg of the brakes. Right rudder. Knots, 70 knots, and here we go. Gears up.
Adventure 494 continue for east departure. Manley Tower, Adventure 494 continue for east departure.
Cool. Fly runway heading for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna turn left to, in this case, 105. We are climbing directly to 5,000 feet.
Adventure 494 leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Manley Tower, Adventure 494 frequency change.
Okay, let's change our heading to 105. Basically flying towards the east. Okay, turning left. Landing lights can go off. Bit of cloud in front of us. Not bad of weather. I mean, initially I thought it was the weather's going to be a bit gloomy, but it looks okay. Right, we're at 5,000 feet. Let's level off here. Switch on autopilot altitude, and let's switch on the heading back to take us a bit more to the in the direction that we need to go, 105. Okay, let's slow the aircraft down a bit. I'm aiming for 150 nautical miles of speed. Okay, so our RPM looks kind of high. Let's bring the prop down a bit. And the mixture as well. So we don't use up much fuel. Alright, let's check our position. Where are we? We just departed from Kingston, heading towards Haiti, and we'll be flying over Navassa Island. It's actually one of the point of interest in BushTalk radio. So that we are actually BushTalk radio is enabled, so we can hear the commentary. And we should be there. That's us there. Yep. So that's the point I was talking about. That mountain kind of looks kind of a high for us. We'll be able to clear that. Let's find out. Let's see what we have here.
Manley Tower, Airbus November 3101016 miles northwest inbound 4 DME runway 12 approach.
Yeah, we should be okay. We should be able to clear that issue, that problem, that down in the place. Okay.
Cleared for DME runway 12 approach Airbus 010.
Nice clouds here. For those who are catching me on Twitch, I stream on Twitch under the name of Adventure 4904. Please feel to join me. I've been away for last 1 week because I had some business to take care of, but I'm back. I mainly stream over the weekdays, every day on a weekday. Feel free to join me. If you're catching this on YouTube, I record these flights for my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe the channel. And I also do IRL flights, which means I do fly for real as a student pilot. I'm trying to finish off my private pilot license at the moment, but due to COVID, it has been a bit disrupted, so I fly off and on now. But do catch up on my videos of my IRL flights on my YouTube channel as well. So if you are a fellow pilot, sim pilot, or an actual pilot, we can have a chat about it. Yeah, I would love to learn some experiences from other people as well. Okay, we're just passing over this reach over here. Approaching Manley airstrip. Bumpy. Okay, we're leaving Jamaica now.
Cleared to land runway 12 Airbus 010. Kingston Center Adventure 494 is type Beechcraft B58 2 miles southeast of Mike Kilo Mike Alpha 5,000 feet. Request flight following.
Adventure 494 Kingston Center. Squawk tree 146.
Squawk 3146.
Squawk 3146 Adventure 494.
Adventure 494 radar contact 3 miles east of Mike Kilo, Mike Alpha 5,000 feet. Altimeter 29.94.
Roger Adventure 494.
Okay, we have left Jamaica on our way to the Dominican Republic. And You've got quite a bit of time to kill. The Navassa Island coming up, turning right over Jeremie, and then turning left on Toussaint Louvre. Engine looks good. Temperature, oil pressure. Temperature is 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Should we turn on the ice? Looks okay. We're only about 5,000 feet, so we'll switch it on anyway. Chill, air conditioning, fuel boost pump, prop sync on. Okay, 105. Let's change our cost to 105. Let's check wind. Where's wind coming from? Position 3. Wind is coming from 0901, 7 knots. Which is headwind. Right, we're coming up to our first waypoint, which is the Nassau Island. We are about a few nautical miles away from that. So this is actually an island. It's featured in the BushTalk radio. So it'll be interesting to know what it's all about. After which we'll be heading towards Haiti, which is about 51 nautical miles away. We'll fly over that. But if we get a chance, we will do a touch and go at this airport, and then we'll head towards Port-au-Prince, or in this case, Port-au-Prince. Let's just make sure that we have BushTalk radio enabled here. That's connected. Then we have it here as well. We're coming close to that now. Navassa Island. Let's hear about the island, and hopefully you guys can have a understanding of what this island is all about. What's the significance of this island? Let's click on play here.
Navassa Island is a small, uninhabited island in the Caribbean Sea. Located northeast of Jamaica, south of Cuba, 40 nautical miles west of Jeremie on the southwest peninsula of Haiti, the island is subject to an ongoing territorial dispute between Haiti and the United States, which administers the island through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The U.S. has claimed the island since 1857, based on the Guano Islands Act of 1856. Haiti's claim over Navassa goes back to the Treaty of Ryswick in 1697 that established French possessions in mainland Hispaniola that were transferred from Spain by the treaty. As well as the western half of the main island and certain other specifically named nearby islands, Haiti's 1801 constitution also claimed other adjacent islands, though Navassa was not mentioned by name. Since its 1874 constitution, and after the establishment of the 1857 U.S. claim, Haiti has explicitly named La Navas as one of the territories it claims. Médéric Louis-Élie Moreau de Sainte-Marie, best known for his publications on Saint-Domingue, referred to La Navas as the small French island of Saint-Domingue in 1798.
Right, so that's Nassau Island for you. It's coming up in a bit. And then that piece of land over there is where we're heading after this. I think this island is uninhabited. That's what she said just now. Nobody lives here. Let's play that again.
Navassa Island is a small, uninhabited island in the Caribbean Sea. Located northeast of Jamaica, south of Cuba, 40 nautical miles west of Jeremie on the southwest peninsula of Haiti, the island is subject to an ongoing territorial dispute between Haiti and the United States, which administers the island through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The U.S. has claimed the island since 1857, based on the Guano Islands Act of 1856. Haiti's claim over Navassa goes back to the Treaty of Ryswick in 1697 that established French possessions in mainland Hispaniola that were transferred from Spain by the treaty. As well as the western half of the main island and certain other specifically named nearby islands, Haiti's 1801 constitution also claimed other adjacent islands, though Navassa was not mentioned by name. Since its 1874 constitution, and after the establishment of the 1857 U.S. claim, Haiti has explicitly named La Navas as one of the territories it claims. Médéric Louis-Élie Moreau de Sainte-Marie, best known for his publications on Saint-Domingue, referred to La Navas as the small French island of Saint-Domingue in 1798.
Right, so that's Navassa Island. And now we are going to
Navassa Island is a small, uninhabited island in the Caribbean Sea.
Enough for now.
Located north.
Thank you very much. And we're heading towards Jeremie Airport. We'll do a touch and go here, and then we'll proceed to Port-au-Prince. Then we hit north. That's the island. Don't know, looks like a small little airstrip over there. Maybe not. Perhaps it was an airport, but it was closed down.
Landmark Manor, 733, contact Port-au-Prince Center on 124.5.
Let's see whether we are allowed to
733.
do a touch and go.
Adventure 494, contact Port-au-Prince Center on 124.5.
Contact Port-au-Prince 124.5. Adventure 494.
124.5 for Adventure 494. Port-au-Prince Center, Adventure 494, 5,000 feet.
Adventure 494, Port-au-Prince Center, altimeter 29.905. Continue as planned.
Let's do 995. Let's have a look. Nearest Jeremie Airport is there. Still quite away from it, but I'm not sure that we're allowed to do any. We'll do that when we come close to it. Do we need to ask permission to do a touch and go? We will find out. Okay. How far are we away? Let's have a look. 15 minutes. Jeremie Airport, the runway. We have what's the runway here? Seven. 109 runway 27, I guess. Wind is coming from 143. Looks like runway 9 is gonna be good for doing a touch and go. So we will start descending at about 50 nautical miles away. We are about how far away? It's not stating here how far we are away. Maybe down here. 34 nautical miles. Okay, cool. Here we go. Land's coming up. We have a headwind, that's the reason why we are kind of slow today. Crosswind coming from our starboard side. It seems that I'm a lady pilot today. Let's do a screenshot. What ocean is this? Just curious. This is the Caribbean Sea. Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean Sea. Right, we're almost there. 17 nautical miles. We will start our descent for a quick touch and go at about 15 nautical miles. If we miss it, then we will just do a go around circuit or something. There's an airport here, Dimanche Airport. Set in the. It's not listed in the database here. It's interesting. Nautical miles to go. Let's start our descent. Switch off autopilot and let's start descending. We're going to approach on runway 09. Which is gonna, I think the airport's right over there. Trim the aircraft for about 500 feet per minute descent. The moment we're going down about 2,000 feet.
Portal Print Center, Airbus Papa Romeo. Victor Bravo, Kilo Flight Level 260.
Airbus Papa Romeo, Victor Bravo Kilo Port-au-Prince Center, continue as planned.
Landing lights on. I will level off at 1000 feet until we see the runway, and then we will approach to finals. Full prop, full mixture. Runway is visual. Let's ask if it's okay to land. Request touch and go.
Jeremie Tower Adventure 494, 900 miles west 2,000 feet, touch and go. Adventure 494, Jeremie Tower. Altimeter 29.9 tree, wind 157 at tree. Fly straight in runway 11. Fly straight in runway 11, Adventure 494.
Runway 11. That's interesting. Do we have runway 11? Runway 09. Let's see. Runway 11. Hang on, might be a different runway. Jeremie, is it Jeremie? Yep, it is. Don't be landing on the wrong runway or wrong airport. 1003 feet. Song sounds depressing. 1100 feet. Feet.
Adventure 494 wind 157 at tree. Clear touch and go left traffic runway 11. Clear for touch and go runway 11 Adventure 494.
Clear touch and go. 1 notch of flaps. Let's drop the gear. Man, these trees are high. I thought they fixed the tree problems. This is very high. Flaps 20. Finals. Okay. Full flaps, full power, flaps up. All right. And gears up. So really needs to fix the trimming on these aircrafts. Flaps up. There's a POI here. Looks like a Cathedral. Have a quick look. What's that about? Let's have a look. St. Louis do Nord. Feet. It's interesting that it's not in there. What's down here?
The St. Louis King of France Cathedral is a religious building belonging to the Catholic Church and is located in the town of Jeremie in the Caribbean and island country of Haiti. In Jeremie, an ancient temple was destroyed in a fire that occurred in 1874. In 1877, it was decided to rebuild a parish church. In 1879, a credit of 30,000 goulds passed by the House of Representatives allowed support its reconstruction. The works came to an end in 1901. The church was dedicated to St. Louis, King of France. On April 20, 1972, the Diocese of Jeremie was created with the division of the Diocese of Les Cayes. That is when Jeremie Church became a cathedral. The cathedral sustained extensive damage on October 5, 2016 due to Hurricane Matthew.
Okay. Leveling out at 5,000 feet and we're heading towards Port-au-Prince. let's switch on the heading for this. Heading of 107. And we'll be passing by a few towns here, or cities. Grand Kemit. And then we will do a straight in approach for Port-au-Prince. So that's Grand Kemit Island. Nice islands here. Probably just flying on the coast side right into the airport today. Not a bad weather today. We're still on live weather. We took off at about 10 o'clock in the morning just now from Jamaica. We've been flying for about an hour and a half. We got about 30 minutes to go. That is Victoria Beach on our right hand side. Where is Victoria Beach? That's Victoria Beach over there. And coming up on the right, it's Petit Trou de Nips. I don't know what that means. Must be silent over here. Petit means small, right, in French. Petit Trou de Nips. Nipes? NIPPES? Probably referring to this small island here. Right, let's see how far are we away from the airport. 17 minutes to go. 47 nautical miles. So Port-au-Prince has a single runway, runway 10, runway 28. Let's ask ATC for a full stop landing today. We'll continue part 2 on another stream. Let's see. Let's stay in the center, contact the center for now.
Port-au-Prince Center, Adventure 494, 5,000 feet.
Adventure 494 Port-au-Prince Center altimeter 29.905. Continue as planned.
Okay, let's find out the airport. We'll land at Toussaint Louverture Airport, just to be sure. Yep, that's it. We'll spend the night here and proceed to our destination in the next stream. That's another 170 miles, 180 miles to go.
Landmark flight 06 descent and maintain 11,000 feet.
Okay, let's choose Toussaint Louverture. Let's tune to the tower. Request for stop landing.
Tower Adventure 494, 44 miles west, 5,000 feet to land.
Adventure 494 Tower. Altimeter 29.905 wind calm fly straight in runway 10.
Make straight in runway 10, Adventure 494.
Okay. We've been giving clearance to land. I just want to increase the audio. The audio seems a bit too soft. Oops. Not controls, but under general. Let's go to sound. Voices. Let's go up to 60, 70. Yeah, that's fine. Let's resume. Okay, airport is about 41 nautical miles away.
November 09803 IFR to Indianapolis, ready to copy.
Airbus November 09803 is cleared to Indianapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.8 clock 1351.
So airport is about 40 nautical miles. We are 5,000 feet. Again, we will use 15 nautical miles to do our descent and landing on runway 10.
Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure on 124.5 clock 1351.
Airbus 803 feedback is correct. Contact ground on 118.3 when ready to taxi.
The cloudy today, and we are moving right in.
Landmark 7877 contact Port-au-Prince Center on 124.5.
Airport information. Let's see, MT. Airport elevation is about see here. 122 feet, it's fine. We'll use 1000 feet as a circuit pattern to land. The ice is on. Windshield de-ice is on. Surface stall won't heat. Okay, we're good to go. Just in case we go into some ice, we are safe.
Tower Airbus November 09803 ready for departure runway 10 IFR to Indianapolis.
Airbus November 09803 altimeter 29.5 Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 Airbus November 09803.
Looks like the airport is visible. You can see the strobe lights from here.
803 contact Port-au-Prince
Let's tune the approach. We're about 20 nautical miles away. We will start descending at 50 nautical miles. Port-au-Prince is right in front of us. Careful, Carrefour. Carrefour's on our right hand side. That's where Carrefour is. It reminds me of the superstores that we had in Malaysia. All gone now. It's Carrefour. Fort Dimanche. Interesting, we have another landmark there just before we land. Let's have a look at Fort Dimanche. Then we have Port-au-Prince. We are 13 nautical miles. Let's start doing descending. Autopilot disengage. Throttle to idle. Prop to full. Mixture to full. We'll do a straight in approach. Landing lights on. Runway 10. Slow the aircraft down a bit. Dimanche. Let's find out what Fort Dimanche is all about.
The St. Louis King of France Cathedral is a religious building belonging to the Catholic Church and is located in the town of Jeremie in the Caribbean and island country of Haiti.
Not that one, this one.
Fort Dimanche is a former prison in Haiti
Fort
located
Dimanche.
near La Saline in Port-au-Prince that was notorious for torture and murder during
Wow.
the reign of François Duvalier.
Interesting.
It was declared a monument in 1987. The original Fort Dimanche was built by the French when Haiti was a colony prior to 1804 and fell into disrepair. It became a military facility built by the U.S. Marines in the 1920s during the American occupation of Haiti. Already prior to Duvalier, it may have been used for the handling of political
That's
prisoners. During the reign of Duvalier, he and his Tonton Macoutes used the facility as an interrogation center and prison to incarcerate, torture, and murder political opponents. Also, people who tried to escape from the island and were caught were brought to Fort Dimanche. His son, Jean-Claude Duvalier, continued to use it as an instrument of terror. Crammed into tiny cells, 3 by 3 by 4 feet, inmates slept in shifts in their own filth. Gruel as food was placed on the floor. Water was given out infrequently. In addition, inmates drank some of the water when they were hosed down once a week. Dead bodies were often not removed for days and then dumped into mass graves outside the prison.
That's all.
Prisoners died from torture, dehydration, malnutrition, and infections. Most did not survive. It has been estimated that about 3,000 inmates died. When Lieutenant General Raoul Cedros led a military coup against Jean-Bertrand Aristide in September 1991, Fort Dimanche was turned temporarily into an armory.
Let's have a look at Fort Dimanche from here. Must be a miserable place. Right. Finals, runway 10. Three nautical miles to go. Flaps 20. Landing lights are on, clearance has been given. We're on finals.
Port-au-Prince is the capital and most populous city of Haiti.
Landing gears down.
The city's population was estimated at 987,310 in 2015, with the metropolitan area estimated at a population of 2,618,894. The metropolitan area is defined by VSC as including the communes of Port-au-Prince, Dimanche, Saint-Soleil, Tabar, Carrefour, and Pétionville. The city of Port-au-Prince is on the Gulf of Gonave. The bay on which the city lies, which acts as a natural harbor, has sustained economic activity since the civilizations of the Arawaks. It was first
of crabbing in.
incorporated under French colonial rule in 1749. The city's layout is similar to that of an amphitheater. Commercial districts are near the water, while residential neighborhoods are located on the hills above. Its population is difficult to ascertain due to the rapid growth of slums in the hillsides above the city. However, recent estimates place the metropolitan area's population at around 3.7 million, nearly half of the country's national population. The city was catastrophically affected by a devastating earthquake in 2010, with large numbers of structures damaged or destroyed. Haiti's government estimated the death toll to be 230,000.
A bit of flaring. And touchdown. Nice. Let's see if we can evacuate from this taxiway here. Yes, we can. Nice. Okay, aren't we supposed to contact ground or something? Let's stop here for a second. Tune ground.
Ground Adventure 494 requests taxi to the gate.
Flaps up.
Adventure 494 taxi to gate 15 via taxiway.
Landing gears, I mean taxi lights off. Ignore this clearance.
Taxiing to gate 15 via taxiway Adventure 494.
What's this guy doing here? Move out of the way, man. What are you doing? There's another joker here. Okay, we'll just park in this blue area here. To the right. Cool. Alright, parking brakes are on. Pitot heat off. Welcome to Port-au-Prince. Let's propeller to fine, off the course. Let's switch everything off. We got our switch off our lights.
Tower Airbus November 9er, 833 Tango, 20 miles, west inbound ILS Yankee Runway 10 approach.
Avionics off. Alternator and battery off.
Niner, 8 Miscom cleared ILS Yankee Runway 1.
Right. Welcome to Port-au-Prince, which is in Dominican Republic. And hopefully the next stream we will continue on our journey to the next destination, which is going to be Gregorio Luperon in Dominican Republic. We are actually in, are we in Haiti now? Yeah, we're in Haiti. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me in this flight, guys. Again, this is Adventure 494. Thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and hopefully I can bring you more of this such videos. Right, so this is Adventure 494 signing off. You take care and have fun and happy flying. Bye bye.